Hey everybody, it's Anna and welcome back to my booktube channel, or if you are new, welcome. I'm Anna. I use she, they pronouns, and I read a lot of books about a lot of different things. Some of my interests and things outside of books are tabletop role-playing games. If you can't guess from the giant shelves behind me filled with these, I work within that industry and I also play those games for fun. I love to play board games with my husband. I love hiking and snuggling with my two dogs while I read, and hopefully they don't jostle my cups of tea too much. And I am a giant plant, botany, ethnobotany, and environmentalism nerd. So if you were new, that's kind of the very quick and dirty introduction to me. Oh, and I also might add, a very sort of crafty fiber artist person. I actually made this little headbandy thing that I'm wearing now. I think it's technically an ear warmer, but it's basically like a little more ventilated of a hat, so it's nice to wear inside. That's not about books, but I have learned a lot of my crochet stitches out of books. And I am a giant baseball and women's soccer fan. I am a queer person, non-binary person, and also identify as disabled. And I co-run the Disability Readathon with my friend Erin. So wow, I can actually fit a lot of an introduction into one space here. So I want to just introduce myself and get to know some new folks who have subscribed to the channel recently. Yes, I have seen you. YouTube now sends me individual notifications every time someone subscribes, so thank you so much for being here. If you are new to the channel, how did you find me? Was it a random YouTube algorithm click? Did somebody recommend me? I'm just really curious. And just let me know a little bit about yourself by leaving a comment. Always down to chat books with new people. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of an all over the place video, but I think we're gonna start with I don't want to call them my New Year's resolutions because that's not what they are. And this also isn't things that I'm leaving out in 2024, things I'm leaving in 2024, because January is just, for me, it is not the time for me to start a whole new life. It is like that meme that I read where it's like January is for staying in, making cinnamon rolls, reading on the couch, having sex, snuggling, and doing nothing. And I'm just like, yes, that's what January is for. I have traditionally resisted making New Year's resolutions because as a recovering perfectionist, I do not like to put that kind of pressure on myself, particularly as it is tied to a calendar year. But what I have started doing in the past couple of years is making what Emily Liddell likes to call her fun goals, or as I like to call them, my 2024 plans and schemes. So let me just open to the correct page here. Yep, I have them right here, my 2024 plans and schemes. Okay, the first one on the list, hear me knock on wood, because this is a repeat of the first year that I decided to do my New Year's not resolutions, which was 2019 going into 2020. And you'll understand why I'm laughing when I tell you that this goal that I had was to visit 10 museums in 2020. And obviously that did not happen. I made it to a grand total of 1, which was the University of Washington Arboretum. My husband and I went to go visit their winter garden, which is all species that have notable and interesting features visible during the winter. And that was our one museum that we made it to before the outbreak happened here in February and everything shut down. So I'm going to revisit this now that I feel reasonably comfortable that is not going to happen and that we are able to go out and visit museums safely, you know, masking and all of that good stuff. So visit 10 museums. I will be counting if I go to, say, a botanical garden or a zoo or something like that. That is going to count as a museum as well because it is a collection of living species. So I would also like to visit 5 new to me indie bookshops. I love indie bookshops. They are super awesome. They are the lifeblood of the bookish community. There are just so many good reasons to spend your money at indie bookstores if you're able to either go there in person, order from their web store, or use a website like bookshop.org, Libro.fm, any of those other websites that will partner with an indie bookshop. They're just fantastic. But I have my go-tos. You know, I have the bookstore that I do my romance book club at. I have my local comic shop, and then I have other places that, you know, I go to fairly frequently, but I would like to visit 5 ones that are new to me. I don't think this will be too hard given that that's what I tend to do when I travel. And I know I will be taking at least a couple of trips this year. I am visiting the East Coast for a friend's wedding, and then usually Sean and I will take a trip to a board game convention, so that'll be fun to check out. My third scheme or plan or goal or fun activity is to ride on a ferry. I have lived in the Puget Sound area of Washington State since 2017, and I still have never been on a ferry. Now, I realize that this is maybe not the greatest time for me to make this my goal, because it seems like every day we get a newspaper article about how the fleet is ancient and decrepit and crumbling into the sea, which means people are experiencing mass delays and ferry breakdowns and all that sort of thing. But I'm gonna just choose to do it anyway. I want to go on a ferry. I want to go see the islands. I mean, I've been on like boats around the islands, like whale watching and stuff, but I've never been on a ferry, and I have never gone to see any of the islands like on foot or by bike. So that's the goal there. The fourth goal that I have is to see all of the Thomas Dambo trolls locally. So I will link some information about Thomas Dambo below, but basically he is a Scandinavian artist who makes these giant troll sculptures, and I mean giant, like as tall as a house, troll sculptures out of reclaimed wood and trash and other types of recycled, repurposed, refound materials, and they are absolutely beautiful. We have 4 of them that are installed in different locations around the Puget Sound. He began building an installation last fall, I believe. And I would like to go see all 4 of them this year. So I know one is decently within driving distance for me. I know another one is actually out on one of the islands, so that way I'll be able to ride on a ferry and see one of the trolls. Aha, 2 trolls, 1 ferry. But I would like to go see all 4 of those. I think it could be a good outing to do with a friend as well, because while this isn't explicitly on my goals list, one of my things that I want to focus on prioritizing in 2024 is quality hangout time with in-person friends. Again, as this is something that with the COVID precautions we have decided on, we are able to be doing that in a safer way than we could when the pandemic was at the very beginning. I feel comfortable, with those plans and those precautions in place to do that kind of thing. So that could be fun. Go see trolls with friends. Let's see. Oh, the next one is to meet Willow the muskox calf at the Port Defiance Zoo and Aquarium in Tacoma, Washington. So Willow is my current favorite baby animal. I mean, maybe she's my only favorite baby animal, except maybe my dogs when they were puppies, because I mean, that has to be my favorite. But she is like my favorite baby animal that has no relation to me. She was born just about 4 months ago at the Port Defiance Zoo and Aquarium to her mother, Charlotte, and she was voted named Willow because that was her favorite food to eat when she was just born. And she is just sweet and adorable. She is an absolute juggernaut when she goes rushing through her enclosure, and I thank the people who run the Instagram account for that zoo every day, because I have learned so much about muskox that I did not know, and I can't wait to meet her. I mean, I want to meet Willow so bad. I want to take a day trip down, check it out. Visiting the Port Defiance Zoo and Aquarium is going to count towards my 10 museum goal as well, so that's going to be a lot of fun to do too. Okay, next few are a little bit more like I had actionable things to do that I do want to do by a timer, and the next one is to have a bangin' 30th birthday. My birthday is in February. This one is time sensitive because obviously my birthday happens when it happens, and I am just looking to celebrate it in a really meaningful way. Birthdays have not always been a great time for me. In years past, they have been massive sources of stress and anxiety for me. So the fact that I am not only looking forward to a birthday, but also looking forward to it being a big milestone and something that I can celebrate with other people is really special. And so I would like to take advantage of that. I have a tentative theme picked out, but you will probably hear more about that in a later video. I would also like to, this one is the scary one. This year, I would like to query my writing for publication. I have been sending stuff out to various journals since 2021, I want to say, and I have had a couple of poems published in online journals. The big one for me was the poetry that I had published in Collective Verses, which is an anthology of the people that wrote poems for the April Daily Poem Challenge. So we all were part of this group called Storytelling Collective. We each wrote a daily poem in April based around a singular prompt word. And then the organizers of that challenge asked us to submit 3 of our poems for collection in this anthology. That was relatively easy because they contacted me, but what I would like to do is have more of my stuff see the light of day, and that means that I have to go now and contact other people. And I've been putting it off because I think it intimidates me, and I try to brush it off and not take it super seriously, but it's time. Like, I take the writing and I take the creation of it seriously. I need to also take the publication and querying and all of that part of it seriously. I'm not really going for any sort of degree of notoriety or money or anything like that from this. This is not something that I am anticipating is going to become a job, but I worked hard on these and I want people to read them. So I'm going to try and make that happen. Next is a continuation of a goal I had for 2023, which is to stream on Twitch weekly. Twitch is a video game streaming platform, I guess. It's a website. It's started out, I guess, with people streaming video games. Now you can stream, all kinds of stuff on Twitch. People just stream themselves talking or reacting to the news or doing other kind of stuff that I don't do. Needed some tea. So Twitch, yeah, I have been streaming on Twitch on my own channel, which is Nymeria Streams. So if you see any videos here of me playing video games, you can watch those live on Twitch, but I always upload the VODs to YouTube so that people who can't watch it live can check it out there. And then I have also been streaming on the Game for Access stream team, which is an outreach arm of Easter Seals, a nonprofit that is dedicated towards supporting the cause of disabled people in America. And as someone who is one of those disabled people in America, very happy to be a part of that team promoting accessibility in gaming. So I'd like to continue that. That was a really fun thing that I got to do last year. I was really pleased with and proud of all that I got to get done. And the final one, second to last one. The first one is I would like to write 1 essay per month. Again, with some of my personal writing, I have been writing a lot more personal essays and just kind of reflections on different points in my life. I think it's natural at the stage that I'm now entering in my life to spend some time looking back on what has come before, and I have been writing about that a lot as I've been processing it and remembering it and feeling my feelings, and I would like to continue with writing an essay per month. And the last thing that I wrote down, which is not on the bulleted list, but it is all caps and underline, is have fun and enjoy life. That's really what this is about. The point of these goals is to increase the have fun and enjoy life. The world has a way of increasing the stressors and the anxieties of things just by merely existing around us, but we can choose how we respond. And I am choosing to have fun and enjoy life and not stress myself out unnecessarily with New Year's resolutions. So, do you have any New Year's plans and schemes? Do you have any fun goals? Do you have anything other than a desire to just lay on the couch and vibe for a little bit and be cozy this winter? Let me know down below in one of the comments. I'm really curious if you have any reading related goals as well. I don't usually do those because I find that I don't need to have a numeric goal in mind to get myself to read. That is not an issue for me. So I don't usually have reading related goals, but if you do, I would really like to hear about them. And if you like this video and you would like to see more of what I do, make sure to subscribe so that you get updates every time I post a new video. I'm pretty much only sharing that I'm posting right here on YouTube. So this is the way to find the new videos, is to subscribe. And thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.